So it was probably a couple of years ago. We were trying for a baby, and it had taken quite a while, and and I said to my husband, I think I want to stop working in the commercial world and become a childminder, because that was my passion, that was what I eventually saw myself doing. Time and life took over and I just didn't do anything about it. And then thankfully and gratefully we got pregnant and we had my little girl, so she's now 13 months old. And I think she got to the age of about 4 months and realised I don't want to go back to work, I want to now pursue my dream of becoming a childminder. So, I don't have to rely on anybody else to look after her. I want to be there for her every step of the way. I don't want to miss out on anything, any important development milestones. I want to be part of all of that. I didn't actually realise what was required at the time. I must admit it was quite a minefield of information to take in, and having done a lot of research, and I did see a lot about childminding agencies, but I decided to go down the Ofsted route. I applied with Ofsted in January of this year, and it was incredibly daunting, I must admit, and I found it quite a solitary, lonely experience. There was no support at all, and I found it always took such a long time to get through to them on the phone. So I followed instructions with regards to what qualifications I would need, and I joined Pacey, which did help me out quite a bit. So I followed their instructions with regards to online courses that I could take. I did that. I actually had my inspection date come round. They came round to inspect me, which was great and exciting. I thought, well, I'm ready to go now. To be told that actually the qualifications that I got weren't quite adequate enough. So I then got in touch with my local county council, who put me in touch with at-home childcare. Thankfully they did. I had a lengthy conversation with the vet, and she told me about this becoming a childminder course and the specific dates. So whilst I knew it would sort of like set me back a little bit, I knew it was really important for me to come on this course. And here I am, and I have to say it's been the first day of the course. I didn't have any intentions at all of joining the childminding agency, because I was sort of like so far down the line with Ofsted. And the first day of the first course, at the end of it, I sort of like said to a vet, I think I need to come on board. I think I need to come and join you. And she sort of like said, yeah, I think you do. The difference in the quality of the communication to start with was just brilliant. Yvette was really great in providing me with the information, first and foremost the information of what I needed and when I needed it for. And the first day of the course was great, and I found that the other girls on the course were getting information that I wasn't getting. I thought, well, if I was a part of the agency, then I would get that, and I would have this support and I'd have that support. So it was a no-brainer really for me. It was definitely something that I had to do. So the help and guidance and the assistance that I've received from Yvette and her team it's been brilliant. It's really put my mind at rest, because having not been part of a childminding agency and sort of like going it alone, just solely through Ofsted, you don't get that element of the support. You don't get someone on the other end of a phone, or you can't just send a quick email to someone and get a response pretty much straight away. So that's where I found it quite a comfort to know that I have got that level of support, and it's not just from the day-to-day things. It would have been. It's also from a policy issue. If I have any issues with parents, or if parents have issues with me, I know that I have the support there in my SAM. So really, I'm very grateful and super excited now to kind of get going and see where the future takes us. So the advice that I would give to somebody who wants to become a childminder, first and foremost, is do your research. Absolutely do your research. It isn't something that you should enter into lightly. And like I say, I must admit, I knew that there would be an element of study involved, but I really didn't probably take into consideration how much time I had to devote to it, but it's absolutely necessary to do your research to ensure that you're prepared for it, both mentally, I suppose, and financially as well. There is a financial element to it as well, but make sure that you do your research, get in touch with the local authority first and foremost, I would suggest, and I would definitely look into childminding agencies, because, like I say, you have that support through all aspects of the journey to pre-registration. Just make sure that you speak to other childminders in your area. Seek advice from your family as well. Your family are huge. They have a huge impact on this decision that you've made to become a childminder, and make sure you've got the support from them. And it isn't something that I would suggest you just enter into lightly, definitely not. Make sure that you are aware of everything that you're required to do, your qualifications, any courses that you need to go on prior to registration. But I would certainly look into a childminding agency, because you will get all of the support that you need pre-registration and post-registration as well. So it's the best thing I did, definitely.